Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D Dunn here, the most chill COD player. Today's gameplay in the background is going to be a flawless 49 gun streak with the Pytaek. Unfortunately, it did take the entire game, but it was just kind of a slow-paced game. And when you're using a big, heavy machine gun, you can't move around as much. In addition to that, I had only played a few games with it, so I'm only running like grip, red dot, and silencer. I'm not really going to go too in depth with the weapon, except for it's really accurate, but it doesn't seem to have a whole lot of power. But luckily on Riot, if you just can maintain these rooftops, you'll do just fine, especially whenever you're shooting in such long range into the back of the map. This very accurate weapon does help quite a bit. And that's pretty much it for the gameplay. Like I said, 49 gun streak. And this gameplay is quite a bit longer than most of my videos, and that's because the big Black Ops 3 reveal trailer dropped today, and I just kind of want to talk about Black Ops 3 today. I know I don't do a whole lot of COD commentaries, but if you watch videos, I'm assuming that you are at least remotely interested in Call of Duty. So, and as always, feel free to hit me up on Twitter or leave a comment below, and we can kind of discuss our thoughts. But first off, before we even release the trailer, we got some huge news that if you pre-order the game, you're going to get open access to an online multiplayer beta, which is probably the best news that has come out of a studio making a Call of Duty game in the longest time. The last time that we had an open beta was actually World at War, and honestly, I think this is probably the best pre-order reward that you've gotten. Normally it's a camo or something like that, but this year the ability to have an open beta, I think, could drastically impact this game and how it's received out of the community. Because if you think about it, if you get to play this game a month early and we get to voice our opinions, if they actually do listen to our opinions and they actually do change stuff in the game before it's released, then we would have a game released that is actually done, complete, finished, and worthwhile. And I think that would go miles. I think it would create a lot of trust in the community between the players and the developers. And overall, I think it's probably the best move that Treyarch could have ever done. So that's really exciting. I will, of course, be pre-ordering the game, and so if you guys don't and you haven't got a chance to play the beta, I'll have hopefully be able to put out some gameplay footage of that whenever the time comes. But let's go ahead and get into the trailer. So my first thoughts whenever I was watching the trailer, if you haven't seen it, you'll probably honestly feel the same way when you're watching it. And I was just like, oh, well, this just looks like a sequel to Advanced Warfare. That's honestly what it looks like. It's just it's very futuristic. There's a lot of a lot of movements. It seems like there's a lot of verticality. That was my first thought. It honestly even looked like one of the guys who was using a BAL. It literally, upon first look, looks just like an Advanced Warfare sequel. But I went ahead and watched a couple videos from Drifter, who's a pretty reliable source as far as like Call of Duty intel goes. He has actually played the game. He has actually played the version that the devs have right now, and he was actually allowed to talk about a lot of the details. And one of those things that he talked a lot about was the movement mechanics, because that is one of the things that really turned off a lot of people from Advanced Warfare, and probably like one of my biggest problems that I have with Advanced Warfare. Just all the vertical movements and boost jumping and double jumping, it just creates too much randomness in the game, and it doesn't really allow for it makes the skill gap higher, I think, in the long run. But at the same time, it does just create a lot of hecticness and a lot of randomness that does kind of decrease from the skill and the flow of the game. So first things first is there are no double jumps and there are no really high vertical jumps in Black Ops 3, which I'm super excited to hear. What they have instead of exo, what am I looking the word here? Instead of exosuits, instead what you have is like a jetpack. So it increases your movement, and you can, burst forward or left or right basically what we have in Advanced Warfare, but without the vertical jumps. So you can boost forward, you can boost left, you can boost right. And he said it's a lot slower than it is in Advanced Warfare. So basically what you end up with is a lot less chaos, I think, and a lot less randomness. And I think you'll be able to track your targets a lot better without people jumping over walls. I don't think. I think map control will actually have something to do with the game this time, and it'll also, allow for that ever so crucial map knowledge from good players. It's something that I really rely on myself, is good map knowledge, because I don't have the greatest gun skill, and I'm getting a little older, so my ability to react is starting to get a little bit slower. And so in a game like Call of Duty, whenever you die so fast, it is crucial that you know the maps and the spawns, and that's what makes me an above average player. So I am very excited for this. I think that Advanced Warfare was too much, and I don't really know what they're going to do in the future. But for now, no double jumping and no vertical jumps. It's all forward, back, left, right. Now, whenever I say that, there is also wall running in this game, but apparently it's a lot more scaled down from, say, like a game like Titanfall. So apparently in Black Ops 3, what you have is you can wall run, but you cannot run on any wall. So your options are extremely limited in that aspect. But in addition to that, you can also lose momentum apparently very quickly. So as a result, once again, it kind of reduces the randomness of it. And excuse me. So say you're running, you jump along a wall. I think you can use equipment, so you can use C4s or stun grenades. You can actually aim down sight while you're on the wall, but it does decrease your momentum drastically, from what we're told. And so once you lose momentum, you just fall off the wall. So I think that they're doing a pretty good job with the movement mechanics, going in a positive direction to kind of keep Call of Duty fresh and interesting, and kind of sticking with the futuristic theme, but at the same time making it balanced and making it actually work as a Call of Duty game. I don't really know how I feel about wall running, but it seems like it's really not going to be that big of a factor in matches. Next we have underwater combat. It's pretty much you can swim and shoot. And apparently really only a few maps in the entire game are going to even have options for water. More than anything, it's just a path that you can take in order to get around the map. And if you happen to encounter a guy, you can actually shoot him. But like I said, it's really it's really limited in the maps that you can do it. What's next? Mantling. Mantling has changed. No longer will you jump or hit the A button in order to get over a wall. Apparently you just automatically mantle over and you're ready to shoot anytime, which can be good, but if the connections are a little bit shisty, it could prove to be a problem. You might have some instances where you see someone and they run up a wall and then all of a sudden you're dead, because they've already shot and killed you on their screen. So I'm a little bit worried about that. We also have apparently custom camo creators, special characters that have special guns or abilities or whatever. And after hearing all this, it still looks like Advanced Warfare, but I think it's going to play a lot more like a nostalgic Call of Duty game than Advanced Warfare. And I honestly think that I've had this conspiracy for a long time, which I may talk about more in a future video, but that Advanced Warfare was, or that Treyarch had a huge part to do with the development of Advanced Warfare, because I think it's going to be a lot like Advanced Warfare, but just with some minor tweaks to the movement system. So anyway, that's my thoughts and opinions on everything so far. I highly encourage you guys to go watch the trailer yourself and leave me a comment or hit me up on Twitter and let me know your guys' thoughts. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. If you hated it, then by all means dislike and leave me a comment why. If you're new and enjoyed my content, I would always appreciate a subscription. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.